Once again, I welcome you, my viewers. Now we continue with the coverage of the 9 laws of indices. Now up to now, we have been able to cover about 3 laws. Today we're going to cover our 4th law. Now I am Joseph Rudelopati. Now this is our lesson 4. So if you're very keen, the laws we've covered so far are: number 1, the law of multiplication of numbers to a similar base, where we said you add what? The indices. Number 2, we have covered the law of division of numbers to a similar base, where we said you subtract the indices. And number 3, we have been able to cover the law of multiplication of numbers to a similar power, where we said you multiply the bases and let whatever product you get assume that similar power. So this is the law we covered last time, and is the law which we were able to, of course, give you some assignment. So we go through the assignment and then go to our 4th law. So the assignment was question number 3: simplify the following, leaving your answer in index form. Remember, it's what? A case of multiplication of numbers having similar powers. So Roman 1, h power t times k power t. The outcome will be ht raised to power t. Now remember, why do I have to put it in brackets? The moment you give your answer as ht, should have been, actually there's a mistake there, should have been hk. So h power t times k power t. The outcome is not as shown there. It's supposed to be hk raised to power t. So I'm saying you don't show the answer like this. This will be wrong, because this will imply only k is affected by the power t, and yet both have been affected. So this is not correct, but that is correct. Now we go to question number 2. Question number 2, we have 5 power 7 times 6 power 7. The outcome will be the multiplication of the base 5 and 6, of course, the outcome raised to power 7. In the end, what do you have? 30 power 7. Lastly, we have 7 power 3 times 10 power 3. What do you get? 7 times 10. 7 times 10, of course, the product raised to power 3. In the end, what do you have? 7 raised to the power of 3. So I welcome you now to the coverage of our 4th law. Now, which law is that? It is a law of division of numbers having similar powers. So in this case, what do we get? X power n divided by y power n. You get, of course, the quotient of those bases raised to that similar power. So divide x and y and lay that quotient, of course, now assume that similar power. A simple illustration. Now if you have 6 power 2 divided by 3 power 2, now what will this be? Of course, 6 power 2 is same as what? 36. 3 power 2 is 9. The outcome should be 4. Now what about applying this law? So 6 power 2 divided by 3 power 2 should give you 6 over 3 raised to that similar power. 6 over 3 will give you what? 2 raised to power 2. In the end, what do you get? That same outcome. So whenever you divide numbers to a similar power, what do? Divide the bases, let the quotient you get assume that similar power. So having covered that illustration, we go to our example number 4. So the question is, simplify the following, leaving your answer in index form. So the solutions here, we have part A, t power n divided by p power n. The outcome will be t over p raised to power n. Part B, we have 10 power 2 divided by 5 power 2. What do we get? 10 over 5 raised to power 2. Now what do you get? 10 over 5 is 2 raised to power 2. As per the instruction, we want to leave our answer in index form. The last question, we have, of course, part C, 15 power 3 divided by 3 power 3. That would give us what? 15 over 3 power 3. Of course, 15 over 3 gives you what? It gives you 5. Then raised to power 3. That marks the end of that, of course, exercise. Now, again, to make sure you are comfortable with the fourth law, we are saying you attempt this as your assignment. Simplify the following, leaving your answer in index form. 21 power 4 divided by 3 power 4. 20 power 3 divided by 4 power 3. Lastly, 28 power 2 divided by 14 power 2. Now let's meet in our next lesson to get the correct answers and to proceed to the fifth law.